Actually, I hope you can see. My camera's doing a little funky stuff. So let's see if we got that going. Hi. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a second to know that we're live for a Saturday morning flow. Good morning, everybody. This is our first time doing this one live here. Hi, Nadine. At 9:30 on Saturday morning, so welcome, thank you. All you need today is your mat. If you need to use a block, grab a block or two. If you don't have a block and you need something to prop you up, grab some towels, a blanket. If you have a strap or a belt, that is always helpful as well. So I'm going to take a step back. I think you can see me. I hope you can see me. And playlist is on Spotify. It's called We May Never Pass This Way Again. It's a playlist. I put the link online, so if you want to catch it that way and listen to it that way, you may be able to hear it through my music here. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and come into a standing position at the top of your mat. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Touch your thumbs to your heart. And gently gaze down to the tip of your nose. Drop your shoulders back or down away from your ears. If standing with your feet together is just going to make you too unstable, separate your feet a little bit. Just keep your knees nice and soft and allow your pelvis to relax. Breathe in and breathe out. So start to ground yourselves here. Filling up belly, ribs, and chest. So inhale, expand. Exhale, empty out. Karen, you'll appreciate this after the last workout you just had. So find an intention. Maybe today something you want to share out with the universe, share with yourself only. Something that helps to ground you. Bring your thumbs to your third eye and seal that intention there, the space between the two brows. And then take your hands just to the space above the top of your head. If your palms pressing together is too tight on your shoulders, then separate your hands a little bit. Draw the belly in, ribs towards the hips, stretch the arms all the way up. Open the arms out, lift your heart up. Exhale, softly bend the knees and fold over your body in half. And now separate your feet if they're not and sway a little side to side. Make your way through the center. And then push through the bottoms of your feet to roll yourselves up slowly. Roll the shoulders back and around a couple times. Take a big breath in, bring the arms back up overhead, inhale. Exhale, open the arms out, fold forward as you bend the knees, hang your head, let everything go. Sway a little side to side. Make your way through center, chin to chest, roll up slowly. Take the arms with you overhead one more time. Big stretch, open, bend the knees forward, fold, hang your head, let go. Sway a little side to side. Come back to the center, place your hands on top of your shins, look halfway up. Exhale, release your hands to the floor, step, step, just to a plank for one breath, shoulders over wrists, belly is lifted in. Then lower your knees to the floor and push your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Stretch your arms forward, push your hips back. Spreading your fingers nice and broad. Let everything relax. So drop those shoulders down from your ears. Inhale, rise up to hands and knees. Separate your legs, hips width apart. And start to make some small, at first, circles to one side. So just keep moving around that pelvis, the shoulders, and then see if you want to go a little bit bigger into your dancing lions, one position or one direction, excuse me, and then we're going to go in the other direction. And then press forward, back and around, just getting some movement and juice into your joints. And then come back to center, dip your belly, arch your back, lift your heart up. Exhale, push to your heels. Inhale, come back up. So I want you to take this flow and make it as challenging or as simple as you need it to be today. And then push your hips back to your heels one more time. Rise up, bring the right arm with you. Sit back, arm comes down. Arm up. And then reverse it. So I'm moving through my hips one more time. Lift that arm up, open it up, and stretch it underneath the left arm, back of the head to the floor. Left arm moves forward, hips stay up. Take a bind or leg lift or both. See where you need to be. Pressing your hand forward on the left side, right arm to the left side. One more breath. Good, now release the right arm, keep chin and chest towards the floor. Little puppy dog stretch. Breathe in and out. Good, push back to child's pose, let your belly drop between your thighs. Inhale, left arm comes up, we circle it around a couple times, moving through the hips. If it doesn't feel good, just move the arm. Or don't move the arm and move just the hips. Reverse it. Big stretch. If your shoulders are tight like mine, you might have to bend your arm a little bit. Hold it up and take it underneath that right arm. Back of the head to the floor, right arm reaches forward. Left arm reaches towards your right side. You can bind, you can lift your leg up. You choose what's right for you today. Another breath. Good, come back to center. Left arm comes forward, chin and chest come down. Big, big stretch for the front of your shoulders and chest. And then push back to your child's pose. Reach the arms forward, push the hips back. See if you have a little more space now. Inhale. And exhale, back to your hands and knees. Knees under hips, hands underneath shoulders. Tuck your toes, arch your back, dip your belly. Exhale, chin to chest, round and curl. Keep the top of your foot and shin down and lift your knees up off the floor. And just push it to the top of your foot. Say hi to your audience.
Hi.
And then lower your knees down, sit back to your heels. Good, inhale. Come back to that tabletop. The top of your foot and shin are down. Pressing into that, lifting up the knees, pull the belly in. Now maybe round the spine a little bit more. Spread the upper shoulders and release the knees, child's pose. Good, tuck your toes underneath you, push into a downward facing dog on your next exhalation. And then walk your toes side to side, or your legs side to side. Take your right foot and press the top of the foot down, just like we did just a moment ago. And then switch. Left toes, top of the foot, shin down. And then stay in your downward dog. Measure it out for a moment to plank. Hips up in the air. Eye on your toes to a high plank. Resist the earth. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Just stay here in your dog. Walk it out if you need to. Moving from side to side. Shift your hips off to one side if it feels good. And then let's just all meet in that downward dog. If that's too much, go to child's pose. Breathe one more breath here. Softening your knees, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet, the back of your mat. Feet or hips width apart or maybe slightly wider. Knees can be bent for a moment. Just hang your head here. Breathe. Bringing that chin to your chest. Press through the bottoms of your feet. Roll through your spine. Shoulders roll back and around a couple times. Keeping your feet wide, arms reach up again. Take your right hand to your left wrist and pull that wrist up and over to the right side, lifting out of your waistline. Should feel nice, good, long stretch. Come back to center, switch sides, up and over. Relax those shoulders down. Find your edge, but don't fall off it. Rise up to center. Arms pressed down and back behind your back. Interlace your fingers, knuckles down, chest up. And then fold forward again. Hang your head, let go of all tension. Make sure when your arms come up that your shoulder blades are not rising. Breathe. Head down as you exhale. Let go of the arms as they dangle towards the sides. Climb to your fingertips, shins, or a block. Walk your hands forward, high plank pose. Lift into downward facing dog. High on your toes. Soften your knees and walk your feet to your hands, top of the mat. Come halfway up. Exhale and forward fold. Let it go. Ragdoll to stand all the way up. Roll those shoulders back and around a couple times. Heel toe your feet together. Bring your hands to prayer. Good. Revisit your intention. See where you're at. Take the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, release thumb and forefinger. Lift up and over to that right side once again. So now we have a little bit more stress here. Our feet are together, our hands are together. So if you need to make any adjustments, that's the time to do it. Find a little bit more of that edge. Open your throat and heart. Come back to center, inhaling. Up and over the left side as you exhale, shoulders down. Pull up and over. Like you've got a ball underneath that left side of your body, you're just folding over. Good, that feels good to you. Arms come up. Lift your heart. Now hook your thumbs together, release your fingers, and just arch back. Bring the ribs down towards the hips so you're not dumping into your back. As you exhale, release your hands by your side, bend your knees, head towards the front of your mat or front of your room. Sweep the floors, arms come up, Utkatasana. Press through your feet, rise up. Bring prayer to the heart as you exhale. Inhale, sweep the floor with your hands. Arms come up. Exhale, fold body parallel to the floor. Arms behind you. Maybe you lift up onto your toes. Lower your heels, stretch into chair pose. Now forward fold all the way, exhale. Hands to floor, shins or blocks. Separate your feet if you need to. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Right leg steps back, exhale. Lower right knee to the floor. Release top of the foot and shin. And then raise the arms up as you push that right hip forward. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Bring your ribs down towards your hips, shoulders down. Squeezing that right glute. And then let's just fold, straighten the left leg best you can. Hold here for just a few breaths. Squaring off your hips. And then return back, arms up. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Inhale, rise up. Hands down to the floor. Pressing onto the top of that right foot and shin, just lift the right knee up so you're not tucking your toes under just yet. Squeeze everything towards your midline, breathe. Empty the breath, lower the right knee, tuck the toes underneath you. Three-legged downward dog, left leg in the air. Kick it up nice and high. Explore it. See what's going on in there today. And then place it on the floor, four on the floor. High plank. Lower knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Roll through into a low cobra. Hands come off the floor if you'd like to. Just explore the fact that your back is doing the work. Pushing through your pubic bone. Exhale, come down. Seat to heels. Downward facing dog. Hips up in the air. Feet together. Right leg's going to come in the air. Step it through between your hands. Help it out if you need to. Lower the right knee to the floor. Release the top of the foot and shin to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Push your hips forward. Drop your shoulders. Squeeze that left glute. Squeeze that right glute. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, straighten front leg and fold over it. Wherever you go, you go. Just stay here for a couple extra breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, release back into your lunge, arms up, chest open. Exhale, fold, hang your head. Inhale, one more time, rise up. Push that left hip forward. As you exhale, hands to the floor, resting on your pedicure on that left foot, lift your left knee up. Just have a slightly different conversation in the front of your hips here. Breathe. One more, please. Lower that left knee, tuck the toes under. Right leg in the air, three-legged downward dog. Shake it out. Move through your hip, ankle, knee, whatever feels good to you. Right foot to the floor, downward dog. Into a high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, and chin. Stay in a low cobra. Lift your arms up off the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then see if you want to lift your legs up for locust. Breathe in. Take the arms behind your back, interlace fingers, knuckles away from you. Lift your heart up, lift your legs up for 3, for 2, and empty out as you exhale down. Seat to heels, toes tuck. Downward facing dog, hips in the air. Breathe in, breathe out. This time, take your time, find your way to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees like you're going to sit into a chair. Bring your arms back behind you, palms facing each other. Then rise up onto your tippy toes. Maybe stretch your arms in front of you. Lower your heels, lift your torso, and rise up, arms by your side. Bring your feet together. So you should be at the top of your mat. If not, take a couple steps up to the top of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Here's a phrase you're saying over and over. Don't stand so close to me. Open up your eyes. Sweep the floor, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, forward halfway on your toes. Lower your hands, look forward. Walk or step or jump back, high plank. Low plank or to your knees. Upward dog, downward dog, hips up in the air. Breathe. Right foot in the air. Right foot steps forward. Ground yourselves, either drop your knee to the floor or stay where you're at. Draw right hip towards midline, left hip towards midline, and then hover your fingers off the floor. Bring the arms back behind you, so my head is reaching towards the front. And I'm going to keep this line, my head to my tailbone, as the arms come by my ears. Then I'm going to rise up, lunge. Good. Soften the back knee a little bit. And then reach forward as you straighten that front leg, that back leg. Arms by your side. Good. Come back forward. Raise up, crescent lunge. Bend the back knee. Then as you tilt forward, we extend the back leg, arms by our side. Release left arm, right arm opens up, twist. Hugging your belly in, but squeezing your right hip towards midline, left hip towards midline. Breathe in, breathe out. Bringing left side to right side, one more breath. As you exhale, right hand comes down. Straighten the front leg. Maybe shorten your stance. Maybe put your hands on blocks. Maybe there's still a soft bend in that front leg. Maybe more than a soft bend. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. One more breath. Rebend front knee. Step back to your high plank. Flow through a vinyasa your way. You can take extra push-ups. You can skip the push-ups. You can go to your knees. Bring your left foot in the air, nice and high. Look between your hands and step it through. Help it out if you need to. Adjust it so the knee is over the ankle and your back leg is straight. If you're not, if you're on your with the knee down, make sure you're not on top of your patella. Then hover your fingers off the floor so you really start to fire up the back part of your body nice and strong. And then bring the arms by your side, palms facing each other. Keeping this line from head to tailbone, reach the arms out forward. Driving strongly into that left foot, rise up to your crescent lunge, bend the back knee a little bit. As you exhale, extend forward, reach the arms behind you, come back forward, rise up, bend the back knee, extend and fold. Don't fold all the way. Arms down, back. One more time, biceps by ears, rise up, bend the knee. Now straighten it as you come down. Right arm down, left arm opens out. Hips square. Look up at your left hand, breathe in, and breathe out. Hug hips to center. Big, big breath. As you exhale, left hand's gonna come down. Step into your high plank. Flow through your vinyasa your way. Find yourself in down dog or even just in a child's pose. And breathe. Breathe into the back spaces of the body. Come high up on your toes. Make your way to the top of your mat, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, chair pose with your arms in front, half chair. Arms by your side on your tippy toes. Lower your heels, chair pose, and rise to stand. Arms by your side. Take a few breaths. Just close your eyes, ground yourselves. Make your way, just find a ground rising up through your body, that energy rising all the way up to the top of the head. Bring your hands to your heart center. Open up your eyes, sweep the floor, chair pose of Katasana. Exhale, forward fold, halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, make your way through your vinyasa, up and down dogs, hips in the air. Right leg lifts, right leg steps. Come into that crescent lunge, slowly and controlled. Open up into warrior two, looking at your right hand and pulling your left arm back. Let's do that again. Bring your right arm forward, left arm forward, into your crescent. Open up, warrior two, exhale. Return one more time, crescent lunge. Warrior two, exhale. Flip your palms, reach forward, left arm down, right arm up. Good. Keep bending that front knee. Keep pressing your left hip towards your front knee. Breathe in and out. Take another breath. Release your arms down, turn your back hip forward, and take your right arm in the air. Twisted lunge. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Right hand comes down. Right leg straightens, fold over it. Breathe in and breathe out. Bend that front knee. Step back, high plank. Vinyasa, up and down dogs. Hips up in the air. Breathe. Left leg up. Left leg steps through. Come into your crescent lunge, arms up. Open up, warrior two, exhale. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. One more time in crescent. Open up to warrior two, exhale. Flip your palms, reach forward. Right arm down, left arm up. Move your right hip towards your left knee, move your left knee towards the front. Any variations you do with that back arm, it's up to you, that's fine. As you exhale, rewind, turn your back hip forward. Right hand stays down, left arm opens up, twist. Breathe. Take two more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Left arm comes down, left leg straightens, fold over left leg. Move that left hip back, right hip forward, fold and hang your head. Breathe. And exhale. One more. Good. Bend your knee, hands on floor, step back, vinyasa, your way, up and down dogs. We meet in down dog or child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. High on your toes. Bend your knees, make your way to the top of your mat. Look up. Forward fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Drive through your feet, rise up. Arms by your side. Palms face forward, shoulders drop around and back. Inhale. And exhale. Just saying hi to my friends out there, okay? Open up your eyes if they're closed. Bend your knees, sweep the floor. Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, move through your vinyasa, adding, subtracting, whatever you need. Breathe. Right leg in the air. Right leg through. Rise up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your palms, reach over, and then reach back. Inhale, windmill down, left arm down, right arm up. So here's an option, stay here. Another option, you can put your hands and even a knee on the floor and step back to a high side plank, or your left knee can stay on the floor. Bring that right arm up and over your head, lifting out of the left side of your body. Okay, look forward and step your right leg forward. Come back into that revolve twist. Breathe. Right arm down, right leg straight and fold. Hang your head. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rebend front knee. Send it through a vinyasa. Up and down dogs. Hips all the way back. Best is yet to come. Left leg in the air. Left leg steps through. Rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your palms, reach forward, and tilt it back. Rewind down to the floor, right arm down, left arm up. Option to just stay where you are. So the other ways of getting there are planting your hands, stepping back, or bringing a knee to the floor, or hands to the floor. Find your side plank. If you want to be there, knee can be down, arm overhead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Taking your left leg and stepping it forward. However you get it there, doesn't matter to me. Left arm up. Breathe. And as you exhale, left hand down. Left leg straightens. You might need to shorten your stance, soften your knee, use blocks. Inhale. And exhale, fold. One more breath. This time, bend your front knee. Step right to left, top of the mat. Forward fold, hang your head. Soften the knees so you can lift the toes up. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Wrap your big toe around your wrist. Look up, inhale. And as you exhale, push your hands down and pull your feet up at the same time. Elbows draw out to the side. Head hangs down. Breathe. Empty out. One more big breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Release your hands from your feet. Roll out your wrists, take some time. And then chin to chest, roll slowly up. Good. Bring your hands onto your back, fingers in either direction. Lift yourself up and out of your torso and just back in. Right? It doesn't have to be huge. Breathe in and breathe out. Hooking your thumbs right around that kidney line, and then lead with your heart to come up and soften the knees as you forward fold. Release your hands to the floor. Sway a little side to side. And then rise up to standing one more time. Roll the shoulders back and around. Heel toe your feet together. Bring your hands by your side, palms up. Bend the knees, sweep the floor. Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor, shins or blocks. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale through your vinyasa. Your way, doesn't matter. Take your time and breathe. Right leg in the air. Right leg steps through. Raise the arms up, crescent lunge, inhale. Open up, warrior two, exhale. Move your palms forward, left arm down, right arm up. Breathe, pull that right knee out. Exhale, windmill down. Left arm down, right arm up. Option to stay or take it back to your side plank, however you get there. Whatever you do with that top leg is up to you too. You can stagger, you can stand, you can lift, you can fold, or you can take it behind you and arch back for a dancer's bridge. Now, if you're here, we're gonna step forward with that right leg, spinning ourselves back around, opening up that right arm. Hug the hips in. Right arm down, right leg straightens, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk your hands forward, lift your left leg off the floor. Right arm's gonna stay as we open to the left side into Ardha Chandrasana. Shoulder stack, hip stack, left arm up. Push that left heel out and away from you. If you look up, look up. If you bind, bind. If you do all of those, do all of those. Just you do you, okay? Take another breath. As you exhale, left hand comes down, left leg steps back, lower left knee, release the back foot. Good. And then lift just the top of the left leg up off the floor. Pressing into the top of your foot, stretching out your ankle. Great for your chaturangas. And then release the toe down. Good. Tuck your left toes underneath you or bend your knee. And maybe you reach around with your right hand and stretch the front of that quad. Maybe you don't reach it quite, but you're reaching towards it. Or maybe your hand's down, maybe your foot's down, right? Any of the above. Pressing that hip towards center. One more breath. Release your hand from your foot slowly. Tuck your left toes under, right leg in the air, three-legged. Shake it out. Four on the floor. High plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog, hips up. And breathe. Left leg in the air. Left leg steps through. High crescent lunge, arms up. Open to warrior two, exhale. Flip your palms, reach back, reverse that warrior. As you exhale, windmill down, right hand down, left arm up, open twist to the left side. Plant your palm, make your way to your side plank if you're going there. You don't have to go there, stay in the twist. Any variation you might have taken on the other side. Make sure you're not dropping that right hip down. Stay lifted, one more breath. And then somehow make your way back into your low twisted lunge. Somehow, yeah. Left arm down, left leg straightens, fold. Hang your head. Square off your hips. Don't avoid your hamstring, keep the toes down if you can, big toe especially. And then release that front knee. Begin to lift your right leg off the floor, left hand stays down as we spin open now. Right arm, right leg are in the air. Maybe your left knee is still on the floor. That's okay. Breathe. Anything you did on the other side, welcome back into your practice on this side. If this side is a little shakier, go with it, right? The more you do it, the more your body will allow it to become imprinted. One more breath. Right arm down. Float back into your low lunge. Lower your right knee. Straighten your left leg and fold. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Rebend, front knee. Lift your right knee off the floor, pressing into the top of that right foot. Right knee down, shin up. Maybe you reach behind you with the left arm, holding onto the foot. Make sure you're not sitting on top of your patella with all that weight. So bring your hips forward. If you can't reach around, don't worry about it. Reach towards it. Or maybe your hand stays down and you're just bending that leg. One more breath. And then release the foot and the hand. Step back, three-legged dog, left leg in the air, shake it out. 4, or on the floor. On your toes, high plank. Chaturanga. Up and down dogs. Hips up in the air. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, soften your knees and walk your feet about halfway up your mat. Walk your hands back to your feet if you can. Just hang there like a rag doll. Breathe and sway a little side to side. And then roll slowly. Roll those shoulders back and around a couple times. Bring your feet to touch. Bring your hands to prayer. Bring your headband back down. Close your eyes. Ground yourselves. Send your weight to your left leg without collapsing into that left hip. Lift the right knee up. Lift it up a little bit higher. Flex the foot. Now kick that leg behind you. Dip your belly. Arch your back. Keep your hands in prayer. Bring them by your side or by your ears. You choose. Dip your belly and arch back. Find a little bit of flight here. Inhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Right knee back to your chest. Now listen. Bring the knees together. Flex your right foot. Take your right arm by your waist. Pick up your foot from the inside, so your shoulders open. Straighten your left arm by your ear. Relax your shoulders down. Now you can stay here. This is the pose. Or try to push your foot into your hand. Or maybe you start to dip and reach, kicking that right leg in the air. Breathe, kicking the foot above your head. 3, 2, and slowly come on in. Arms down, feet down. Separate your feet. Hang out here. Breathe. So while you didn't just go run a mile, your heart races a little bit. So slow it down with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Open up your eyes. Weight into the right leg, lift the left leg up. Again, don't collapse into that. Lift the knee up above your belly or towards your belly button. Hands can be in prayer as you extend the left leg back. Dip the belly. So again, arms by your side, by your ears in prayer. You choose what works for you. Dip your belly arch. And then slowly bring that knee back to your chest. Actually, knee to knee. Take your left arm, open it up. Pick up your foot from the inside, hug knees together, right arm up, bicep by the ear. So here is the pose, stay there. Maybe kick your foot into your hand a little bit, or maybe start to tilt. Trying to keep your hips squared, kicking that foot above your head if you can. Maybe you can see a little bit of it up there. Breathe, 3, 2, slowly back out of it. Foot down, arms down. Separate your feet, hands on top of your thighs. Do a little cat-cow here. Relax down. Round your back. Relax it. And then round it and roll up. Roll your shoulders back and around. Step towards the top of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Take a few breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Reach the arms up overhead. Inhale. Take a nice soft swan dive forward. Hands to floor, shins or blocks. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Bend your knees. Make your way through your vinyasa. Upward and downward facing dogs. Hips up. And breathe. Right leg high in the sky. Open up your right hip. Keep your shoulders as evenly squared as you can. Keep your weight in the right hand as much as the left hand. Bend your right knee. Let the foot drop back behind you. And look over your shoulder or under it and see if you see it. And if you'd like to flip, turn yourself upside down and lift your hips up, arch back. Breathe. And now rewind, right arm down, right leg up, leg in the air. Right knee, left elbow, and shoot that leg out to the left side, and maybe again you spin open. Breathe. Lift up your heart. Lower left hand, maybe you'll do a little push-up here. Bring the right leg back up. Right knee to your right wrist. Set up for your pigeon. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Hips shimmy back. Point your toe back. And make sure you're not sickling that back foot. And then move your leg closer towards your midline. If you need to sit on a block or a towel or blanket, put it under that right sitting bone. I'll just keep it there. Feels good. All right, lift your heart up. Flex your right foot, release any tension in the knee. And then take yourself one step at a time. So start to feel the first points of resistance. And breathe. Maybe you fold over that leg. Maybe you come all the way down to the floor. So I want you not to lose the squareness of your hips here in lieu of getting, that right hip down. You're going to release that whole left side stretch. You're going to miss it. So our hips are very confrontational, physically and mentally, emotionally. Right? So settle into this. Just listen to your breath. Don't have conversations about how much you hate this pose or you hate me or right now. Let your body surrender. As you take the next breath in, you're just going to come back up. Now let your right hip sit to the floor. So if you're on something, move it off to the side. Swing that left leg around and across. If you cannot do this, bring that bottom leg out straight. And then take your right hand and just hug the left knee to your chest. Make sure you're not sitting on your right heel. Left hand tense behind you, lengthen your spine. Rotate, look over your left shoulder. Now, if that's not enough for you, take your arm outside that leg, or perhaps you do a full bind if you have the opening. Now, if you're full binding but you can't breathe, and you're all scrunched over, release the bottom arm and just keep the top bind. One more breath. Look to your right side and release to your right side. Swing that left leg back behind you. Tuck your left toes under. Lift the right shin up. Lift the right leg up. Shake it out. Get rid of that tension in the knee. 4 on the floor. You choose if you want to take a vinyasa here. Skip it. Meet in child's pose or downward dog. Hips up in the air. Bring your left leg up in the air. Open up your hip. Bend your knee. Open it out. Keep the weight evenly distributed between right and left palms. Look over your right shoulder. If you can see that foot, maybe follow it to the floor. Lifting up, coming into your big, maybe a bridge for some of you, a wheel for some of you. And then rewind it, left leg in the air. Left knee, right elbow or tricep, and shoot that leg out to the side. And maybe take that dancer's bridge, lifting the bottom side of your body up. Right hand down. Little push up. I gotta bend my knee because my floor is not private over here. And then take that left leg back in the air. Left knee, left wrist. Send the right toes back behind you. Good. So, check out your back foot. Make sure it's not sickling in. And move it a little bit towards midline. Again, if you need that block, shoot it right under your sitting bones and square yourselves off. Lift your heart up. And then start to make your way down. First point of resistance, stop and take a few breaths. Notice it. Let it be there. And then maybe you start to come down a little bit more. So you never force it. You just allow gravity and the breath to take you deeper. So wherever you can go with this, go. Let your breath guide you. Don't be a prisoner to what you think you should look like or you should do. That's your ego. We don't practice with ego. Ego gets us injured. It makes us unhappy. It makes us not like our practice because we can't do what somebody else can do. So get out of your ego and get into your breathing. Your body's very intuitive. It'll tell you where you need to stop. You just have to listen. Take another breath. Rise back up to your hands. If you have a block or something under your hip, take it off to the side now. Let that left hip come down. Sweep your right leg around. Make sure you're not sitting on your left heel. Right foot is firmly grounded to the floor. My spine is long. My hand's going to help me stay that way. Left arm's going to hug around, twist. If that feels good and you want to stay there, stay there. If you think you have a little more space, go on the outside of that leg. But keep the length in your spine. And if you have even more space, then you take that full bind. As long as you're not, all scrunched in, you can't be open for your breath. You have to think about the ability to breathe as opposed to the ability to get into that twist no matter what, right? So I'd rather you unbind and stay tall. Come back to center and just turn your twist in the opposite direction. Take that right leg behind you. Tuck your toes underneath you. Lift your left shin up. And then stretch that left leg back up in the air, shin down. 4 on the floor, downward facing dog. Let's take our final vinyasa. High plank, low plank, up and down dogs, hips in the air. Bend your knees, make your hips sit to your heels. Bring your arms by your side, palms face up, and fold over your legs. Bring your chin to your chest, forehead to the floor. Let your shoulders just really drape open over your thighs. Just let go. And then draw your chin to your chest as you roll to sit up on your heels. Take your hands behind you. Lift your chest up. Stretch the front of your shoulders and your arms. One option. Another option is to lift up a little higher, drop your head back, and or lift your hips up off your heels. Feel a nice deep stretch in both the quadriceps and the fronts of the arms and shoulders. One more breath. Lower your hips, chin to chest. Cup your heels with your hands. Forehead towards your knees, crown of the head to the floor. Lift your hips up off your heels. Cup your heels and pull against your heels and push against your hands. No weight in the head. Sarsangasana, rabbit pose. Breathe. So really scoop in that belly, round your spine. Breathe in and empty out. Slowly release that. Come back to sit on your heels and roll up through your spine. All right, shoot your legs out around in front of you. Shake out your legs. I'm going to adjust my mat a little bit on a diagonal for you. You stay right where you are. So adjust your seat. Come a little bit towards the front of your mat, maybe the front third of your mat. Bend your knees, place your hands underneath your thighs. Just make sure that when you go back, your head can be on your mat. Lift your chest up, keep your knees apart. If you are turning your knees in a little bit, why don't you grab a block and put it between your knees, or a ball or something. All right, so just try to keep those knees in line with your hips. That's pretty challenging right then and there. Good. Bring your chin to your chest, round your spine. Pull that belly button deep, deep, deep into your spine. Shoulders down. Make sure you don't have your shoulders up at your ears. Now see if you can release the hands and then roll down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Don't skip that middle back. Make sure you get lower, middle, then the upper back to the floor. Hug the right knee to your chest. Pull it in. Flex both feet. Draw that right knee off to the right side a little bit more. And then stretch your left leg in the air. Flex the foot. Holding on behind your thigh or your calf. And maybe lift your head and shoulders up off the floor. Flexing both feet. Now point the toes and lift the bottom leg off the floor. Or maybe you let go of your arms for 3, 2, and 1. Right knee in, left leg down, head down. Take a spinal twist. Right leg over to the left side. Looking towards your right side. Relax your feet. Come back to center. Right leg is going to cross over left leg with the left leg long. So figure 4 with the long straight leg. Take your right hand and gently guide that right leg forward and down. So think about pushing out of your right hip and then pressing it down. Flexing now, both feet. Make sure your right leg is not sitting on top of your left knee, but it's above it. One more breath. Good. Now just bend the knee, bring it back into the chest. Round and curl, bring the left knee to meet it. Right leg goes long, flex the feet, bring the knee to the chest, and head down. Bring that knee off to the left side of your chest, to the left side of your rib cage. And then bring your leg in the air, holding on anywhere but your knee. Point both toes, lift your head and shoulders up. Maybe lift that right leg off the floor. And release your arms for 3, 2, and 1. Right leg down, left knee in. Take that figure 4. Left ankle crosses above your right knee. Now we flex the feet. Take your left hand to your left thigh. Push it forward and down. So you're creating length before you get the stretch, the release. Take a big breath in and breath out. Come back to center, hug the knee to the chest. I don't think I took the spinal twist, so let's twist. Looking to your left side. Come back to center, left knee in. Right leg meets it, round and curl your spine, holding onto the tops of your foot, shin, or ankles. And then extend your legs up in the air. Reach your hands to them. Lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Now can you lift your hips up off the floor without losing your breath? Bring your hands behind your head. Flex and point. Start to lower your legs down. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Try not to be right about here. Gravity wants to pull you down, so slow it down. Flex and point. Really try to scoop out your belly and don't let that arch come into your back. It's really hard. It's like a hollow hold. And when you finally make your way down to the floor, flex both feet. Lift your head and shoulders up. Bring your elbows forward. Breathe. So imagine that you're pulling your head to your toes and your toes to your head. Find all that length. And then lower down onto the floor. Bring your forearms by your sides. Point your toes. Lift up onto your forearms. Take the back of the head or the top of the head to the floor behind you. Option 1 to stay right here. Option 2 to lift your legs up and maybe reach your arms up towards your toes. There should be no pressure in your head whatsoever. Okay, so keep that weight out of your head. Push into your forearms if they're on the floor and just keep the balance. You're on your tailbone. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Legs down, hands to your heart or back down to your side. Bring your chin back to your chest. Roll down. Draw the knees to your chest. 2 legs, spinal twist to your right side. Look to your left. And switch sides. Return to the center. Take your feet to the floor. Take your legs, splay them open. Don't force them to be in any position, just let them relax. Take your arms by your side. If there's anything else you need to get into this spinal shavasana your way, I want you to take it. And when you're ready, begin to let go of your Ujjayi breath and begin to let your body breathe its natural pattern of breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Scanning your body from head to toe, toe to head, everything in between. Notice if there's any tension. How much can you let go? now take your final Shavasana, letting go of everything that you don't need physically and emotionally. Let the breath be your guide. And the only conscious muscular action is that heart beating. What's not conscious is your heart beating. The only movement is the breath filling up the body and emptying the body. Let go. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Make small movements in your fingers and your toes, wrists and ankles. Stretch your arms and legs away from your center point like you just woke up. Bring your knees up to your chest. Move onto your right side. Make a pillow for your head. And when you're ready, come to a comfortable seated position facing up. Of course, I encourage you to stay in your Shavasana if that's an opportunity you have this morning. Bring your hands to your heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Now let's take a moment and bow down to the goodness, the peace, the light within each one of our hearts. Namaste, Satnam, go in peace. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. This is a great way to start your day. If you want that playlist, it is on Spotify. We May Never Pass This Way Again Yoga under my name. Thank you guys for being, hey Jamie, Kathy, thank you guys for being here today. Next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is our virtual retreat. Some of you are already signed up because I can see who's on here. Yes, I know. And so it is virtual. So we will be doing it live via Zoom. For those of you who are interested, if you're not sure you know what I'm talking about, just contact me. You can join us, doesn't matter where you live. We even better if you live further away from here, because that's the beauty of this. So it's our first live virtual yoga retreat. So it starts next Friday afternoon at 4:30, and we got about 6-7 hours of classes, meditation and satsang, a little bit of conversations and getting to know each other again. So I'll be here tomorrow morning at 10:30, same time, same bat channel. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay home, stay healthy, stay fit. Happy Memorial Day. Just be smart.